Hello, welcome back to this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to this video. This video we are continuing with our guide of ICT UNEB Paper 2022 theory part. We are beginning with number 16 now. Okay, explain the following terms as used in database. Primary key. Okay, primary key. This is the unique field that identifies the records or identifies the entities in that database. For example, if you want to create a database for students, okay, in class, you will see that what can be unique on them. You can look at the student numbers, okay. The age, they can have the same age, okay. The place of birth can be the same, okay. Date of birth can be the same, but that unique thing that can help you identify them, we call it a primary key, and normally set it as a primary key. If I am to show you here, in my database here, I think here I have a fuel table. It's a table of how these cars consume fuel consumption. We have a car number, we have the date that it has come, we have the cost per liter that it has bought, okay. We have the type of fuel, we have the number of liters. What is unique here is the car registration number, and we set this one as a primary key, okay. We set this one as a primary key. Thank you for that. Let's continue. I'm saying it's a field in a table which uniquely identifies a record or a row, okay, or a unique identifier of a record in a database table. Let's go ahead and see examples of database objects. We are talking of tables, we are talking of query, form, report, and so on, okay. Those are database objects. We talk of tables, we talk of forms, we talk of reports, okay. We talk of queries, okay. We talk of macros, modules, and so on. Those are database objects, okay. Now we go ahead to number 17. They are asking us define the term protocol. Protocol in the computer networking, okay. These are we can say these are set of rules that must be met for these computers to communicate together. It says the protocols or rules, and each computer must follow to communicate with another computer, okay. To communicate with another computer. Look at here, a set of rules, procedures, guidelines that govern communication over the network between devices, or set of instructions and standards that govern exchange of data and information on network, okay. Examples of communication protocols: we have the TCP, we have the what is transmission control protocol, we have the transmission control protocol, internet protocol, we have the internet protocol, we have the hypertext transfer protocol, we have the file transfer protocol, we have the simple mail transfer protocol, okay. We have the post office protocol, okay, IMAP, and so on, okay. To go to the now, if you have to go to the next number, they're asking to list 3 functions of an operating system. What is an operating system? This is a system software that manages and controls all the operations of the computer. It manages and controls all the operations of the computer, okay. So in its function, it does the file management, it does the booting of the computer, it does the administration of the computer security, because it is the operating system that will give you a sign-in option for the password. Okay, it does the memory management. Okay, it does the provision of the interface. It gives you either a graphical user interface or a command line interface. It helps you to connect to the internet. Okay, it helps you to connect to other devices, and it helps in managing those resources. Okay, the resources on a computer, everything is managed by the operating system. That's why we are saying it helps in managing and coordinates all the operations of a computer. Okay, let's go to the next number. Our next number says give two components of a graphical user interface. A graphical user interface. We have two types of interface: a command line interface and a graphical user interface. They are the components of graphical user interface. Icons, like the way you see on this computer. I have icons. Okay, that is graphical user interface. The way you see menu, you can have menus. Okay, if you have your computer here, you can have menus around here. Okay, if you are using computer, if you right click here, you see the menu. Okay, and so on and so on. You see the buttons. Okay, sometimes they give the button, the dialog box. Okay, and so on. For the command line, in case of command line, if you don't know it, if you say maybe cmd here, you see that here we enter our command line. Even Windows gave command line, so this is the interface of command line. If you know how to run commands, you start from there. Okay, to run it, you just go on your search bar and write cmd, then look for command line interface. We hold over to another question, probably the second last. We are talking of what is wireless transmission network. Wireless transmission network. Wireless transmission. Okay, we have two types of transmissions. We have the wireless and we have the physical one, or the wired. With wireless is where we transmit signals from one place to another. Okay, without a physical medium. We are saying movement of signals from one device to another without physical connection or cable. A case in point, your satellite dishes. They will receive the signal, okay, from the satellite, but without a physical cable. Do you see cables running from your satellite dishes running to sky? No. It's because it uses another form of medium, which is wireless. It sends signal. Or it's a transfer of data using microwaves, radio waves, or infrared from one device to another. A case in point for infrared: if you're having a TV, you have remote. Okay, they use infrared. You see, a case in point: if you have a radio station at home, they use radio waves to get that the audio from the studio to your radio. Okay, then we saw two examples of an example of wireless transmission media. We look at now microwave, look at radio wave. Okay, look at infrared, Bluetooth. Bluetooth is not wired. Okay, we look at the wireless mouse, the remote control, C sender, okay, and so on. Then what is the benefit of a wireless communication? They are flexible compared to the wired one. It is easier to scale them up, okay. If you have a wireless access point, you can scale up. You add more wireless access points to create more communication with other more devices. But now here, if you are wired, that means you have to buy more cables, okay, setup. But for here, if you were wireless, you just extend maybe the number of users, okay. It is relatively cheaper to maintain, even in setting it up, okay. Let's go to the next number now. Suggest any 2 ways the speed of the computer can be provided. How can you speed up your computer? Adding more memory, which is good. Adding more memory, adding more capacity, all that hard disk, adding a second hard disk, removing stock unwanted files. If you have a file or an application that you don't need, delete it, okay. If you have a program that you don't use or you don't want, okay, uninstall it, okay. Then look for how you that the work that you don't need, delete it, go and even delete it permanently. You get it? If your computer refuses, you can restart it, okay. All right. That's our number 2. So let's see number 20 part 2. They're saying, given the following ports, identify from the list the appropriate port, each one given below, okay. The port that transmits data a byte at a time is dash, okay. That is a serial port. A port that transmits data only a single bit at a time is dash, and the port where RJ connects is attached, okay. That is a network port, okay. We have a parallel port, a serial port, and a network port. Literally, a port that transmits data a byte at a time, called a parallel port. The one that transmits data only a single bit at a time, okay, called a serial port. And one that connects RJ45 connector is called a network port. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching these videos. Stay for more. Subscribe if you have not subscribed, okay. Stay for more videos are coming both on practical and theory. Thank you very much.